What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 62 of the Hive Mind Podcast. Be sure to check out the podcast on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, and Twitch. First order of business, I have an Instagram. I've had one for a long time, but I'm going to actually use it somewhat sparingly. I'm not going to post a ton of stuff on there, but I figured I'd make one because I've noticed that I post a decent amount of pictures on Twitter. So, yeah, follow me on Instagram. I am Zybak TV on Instagram. My branding is fucking on point. I'm Zybak TV on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Google+, SoundCloud. The only thing I'm not Zybak TV on is Twitch. Somebody got Zybak TV on Twitch. And actually, if you go to that channel, the guy has streamed before under that name. And he's got like 800 views total. So, he's actually used it before, which is kind of interesting. So, first order of business, Donald Trump is the president of the United States. What a time to be alive. It's actually a real thing that happened. Yeah, I still can't believe the guy that hosts the Celebrity Apprentice is now the president, but I am excited to see what's going to happen. I am entertained to the max. Seeing the shit show unfold is just great, and the fact that he is still on Twitter talking shit as the acting president of the United States is fantastic. It's gonna be a good 4 years, potentially 8. We'll see how things go, but things been going good so far, so we'll see. Yeah, so in Zybak news, I am now 24 years old. I had a birthday this weekend, and that was some good fun. Went to Outback, ate everything. Outback has this new thing. It's called the loaded bloomin' onion. They figured out a way how to make the bloomin' onion even more unhealthy, so they added bacon cheese fries to it. Let me pull up a picture of this fucking thing. This thing is ridiculous. Loaded bloomin' onion. Let's pull it up here. Images. Make sure nothing like sexual comes up. It sounds like it could be dirty. I'm gonna give you the loaded bloomin' onion, baby. Yeah, look at this fucking thing. Oh my god, it's so good. That thing it was so fucking good. It's actually not very messy. You would think that it would be kind of messy and all over the place. Like, this picture doesn't really do it justice. Like my dad, who took me out to eat for my birthday, didn't want the cheese fries, and you could separate the two. But yeah, dude, thing's delicious. So instead of having that sauce in the center, like you would normally, like the sauce, instead of having that, you've got bacon cheese fries. So fucking good. So I had that. I ate that, and I ate 22-ounce porterhouse steak, 2 things of garlic mashed potatoes, 2 things of bread, half my dad's steak, some shrimp, and probably some other shit I'm not thinking of. But yeah, that was one hell of a meal. It was some good stuff. And then I went to Red Robin. My mom took me out to Red Robin, and I fucking went ham on that place. Got like the giant pig out burger. It's just like bacon on bacon on bacon with the unlimited fries. Holy shit, it was good. I ate 3 fucking baskets of the fries dipped in ranch dressing. This shit was so fucking good. Oh, and by the way, I'm not typically a ranch dressing eater guy, but this loaded bloomin' onion, this thing, they serve it with ranch dressing, so I'm dipping fucking chili cheese bacon fries in fucking ranch dressing. It's like the most calorically dense thing of all time. But holy shit, was it good. Oh my god, it was so fucking good. So, man, some good eating for good old Zybak on his 24th birthday. It was some good stuff. And yeah, the other news, in other Zybak news, I am bumping up my workout shit. I'm going to start training my upper body and lower body twice a week instead of once a week. So far, that's been going pretty well. I've also added in 30 minutes of cardio every single day to just try that out and see how that goes. So far, maybe it's just like placebo, but goddamn, do I feel a lot less sore after doing cardio. And I'm not doing the cardio to lose weight. I'm doing the cardio for the other benefits, particularly the circulation benefits of what I've been reading is that it does help with soreness a lot, and you can recover quicker if you do cardio regularly, because it kind of just gets your blood flowing nicely and helps you not be as sore and not be as fucked up. So we'll see how that goes. I've been doing cardio every day for a week now, and I do feel noticeably less sore, but that could be a placebo thing. I'm not sure yet. We'll just kind of have to see if I can do twice a week, because the last time I started training like really hard, this was like over a year ago, and I'm in much better shape now. But yeah, I overloaded myself. Like I overloaded my central nervous system, and I had this thing where I couldn't sleep. And I googled the signs of overtraining, and I had like a lot of symptoms of it. So gotta be careful not to try and overdo it, because I know that's absolutely a thing. But I think I was just being an idiot like a year ago, and I was like running every day like hard and lifting I was lifting like each body part like 2 to 3 times a week. Now I'm only doing twice, so I'm being a little bit more careful this time around. So yeah, that's the Zybak fitness update. A lot of people are kind of interested in that, so I don't want to have my whole channel revolve around that, but that's obviously kind of a big thing I've been doing as of recently. Back to some Trump talk. The Trump inauguration was the most watched presidential inauguration in the history of inaugurations by 11 million people, which is quite a lot. A lot of people are saying that it was not very popular and there weren't that many people at the inauguration compared to other inaugurations. And I think that could be true. I don't think anybody's going to top Obama for a while, because you got to think about the demographic of people that go to presidential inaugurations. It's typically, if I had to guess, the younger, bleeding heart, people that don't have fucking jobs, basically. It's those people that go to inaugurations, that actually go to them. So it wouldn't surprise me if Trump's inauguration, like the actual people there, was less. But from what I saw, it was still a shitload of people. So yeah, but it was the most watched. Probably because it's a more of a global event. Like the trumpeting is more of a global event than, say, the election of I don't know. Obama was kind of a big deal, but definitely more of a global event than the election of Bush or Clinton or somebody, just because he has fucking shaken the beehive to the max. And I feel like a lot of those extra 11 million people watching might not have even been from this country. And a lot of people were probably watching just to see the shit show, which is what I was doing. I actually didn't watch any of the official inauguration footage, but I was watching that women's protest march thing, which is a fucking shit show. Jesus Christ, that is so cringy to watch. My summary of the women's march on Washington or whatever is this: what do we want? We don't know. When do we want it? Right now. The whole thing just seems like a disorganized shit show of, there's no like singular point. There's not, the whole thing just seems like, fuck Trump, we're upset that Hillary didn't win. That's what it seems like, the entire thing, because there's not a singular rallying point. It's not like, okay, this is our objective, this is what we're all here to do. It's like we want our fucking abortions, and we want this, and we want that, and we want all these fucking things, and fuck Trump, fuck this, fuck that. And it just seems like a bunch of people complaining in a very disorganized fashion. That, what are you doing? Like, are you helping your cause? Like, what? I've got a few videos of this shit that it just seems fucking ridiculous. And maybe I'll play these videos right now. I'm looking through my topics. Yeah, so I'll play one of these videos right now. And it's, what are they doing? Here we go. Let me pull it up. Here is a poem from
to suicide notes, I am not as nasty as racism, fraud, conflict of interest, homophobia, sexual assault, transphobia, white supremacy, misogyny, ignorance, white privilege.
What? Like, what? It just seems like a bunch of people fucking complaining about everything.
I'm not as nasty as using little girls like Pokemon before their bodies have even developed. I am not as nasty
who are they talking about?
as your own daughter being your favorite sex symbol.
I guess Trump.
Like your wet dreams infused with your own genes. But yeah, I'm a nasty woman.
Dude, this just keeps going for 7 minutes. And Trump uses women like Pokemon? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
It never really fell. Blacks are still in shackles and graves.
No, they are not in fucking shackles. What the fuck? This is just me skipping around this video randomly, and she just told people that blacks are in shackles. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. That was just me skipping in a random part of this video. Let's skip to another part and see what other gold fucking quote we can get here.
Ooh, that was a brand name. Why are tampons and pads still taxed when Viagra and Rogaine are not? Is your erection really more than protecting the sacred, messy part of my womanhood? Is
what? I don't even think that's true. I pay taxes on my shit. What? What is going on here?
To the pile of change I have yet to see in my country. I can't see. My eyes are too busy.
What is with the... Wait, did she just turn Southern? Wait, did she just get a Southern accent all of a sudden?
Praying to my feet, hoping you don't mistake eye contact for wanting physical contact. Half my life.
Wait. I swear to God, she had like a really thick Southern accent and then went back to like normal white person. Let's go back.
A few extra cents, it adds up to the pile of change I have yet to see in my country. I can't see. My eyes are too busy praying to my feet, hoping you don't...
She does, dude. She just puts on a country accent for like a short period of time and then just goes back to normal white person. Listen to this shit.
Mistake eye contact for wanting physical contact. Half my life I have been zipping up my smile, hoping you don't think I want to unzip your jeans. I am unafraid to be nasty because I am nasty, like Susan, Elizabeth.
All right, I've had about enough of that shit. But yeah, no, I haven't watched that whole video because I don't have the fucking patience. But yeah, that's kind of the summary of what I've been seeing. It just seems like a big disorganized shit show of complaining. So I don't know. Anyway, in other news, on my birthday I saw that Patriots Day movie, which was pretty good. I figured it was gonna be... I didn't think it was going to be as good as it actually ended up being. It was a pretty intense movie in terms of like just being on the edge of your seat the whole time. But yeah, no, I thought it was pretty good. It definitely wasn't as like propaganda-y as I thought it was going to be. But yeah, it kind of showed everything in a, I don't know, in a way that I thought was kind of fair. Like they humanized the terrorists in a way that I thought was, I didn't think they were going to do that. So kudos to them for doing that. But they also showed that this is what they did and this is why they did it. So I think the movie was fairly realistic and, well, not realistic. I'm sure they played it up and made things more like, especially some of the gunfight scenes were probably not that quite that exciting in real life. But, yeah, no, I thought it was a pretty good movie. So Patriots Day, if you need a movie to go see, when I was looking, like my mom asked me if I wanted to go see a movie, there wasn't anything good playing, so if you need a movie to go see, that's a good one, I think. Pretty intense. So that one gets the Zybak, it doesn't get a Zybak gold star, but it gets a if you need a movie, go see it kind of deal. Moving on. Oh, we got some Star Citizen. Let's talk shit about Star Citizen and piss everybody off, okay? So Star Citizen, the greatest game of all time that is never going to come out, is now going to, they're going to have to, essentially, their funding is, they've used a lot of their money. Like, they've spent a lot of their fucking money. And they've come out and said that that Squadron 42 might have to end up funding the rest of the game. This fucking game has gotten so fucking feature creeped and so bloated that how much have they raised? Is it like 300 million? It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm trying to find it here. Do they have on their website? I don't ever go to their fucking website. I'm sure they have it plastered on the front page, how much they've raised. Oh, shit. Sorry about this, guys. I should have looked this up sooner. Star Citizen funding. There we go. So they have fucking raised, okay, 2 million, 3 million, 5 million, 12 million. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Just keep scrolling. 56. Dude, oh my god, these stretch goals. Okay. So they've raised over $65 million. I don't know what the total count is. What the fuck? They don't have the total count? Star Citizen total count. Oh my god, whatever. They've raised an absolute shitload of fucking money. Over 65 million. I think it's on like 100 millions now. They have raised a ton of money and they can't fucking make this game. They've raised so much money and they still have come out and said that they might have to rely on the single player part of the game to fund the rest of the MMO. That's how fucking feature creeped and bloated this thing has gotten. And that's crazy, dude. Like, what? It just seems like it seems really irresponsible of the way they're spending money over there. Like, I guess the best way I could probably put it is not a video game analogy, but it's like lifestyle inflation, which I've talked about on previous podcasts, where when people make more money, like let's say they get a raise, they feel like they have to spend more money. Like you get a raise at work, I'm not saying you, but let's say a guy gets a raise at work. There's a lot of people that get that raise and they assume that they need to go out and get a nicer car or get a bigger house or get another thing. And I feel like that's what's happened with Star Citizen. They've raised all this fucking money, and the features and the bloat of the game has just gotten ridiculous. And the fact that they can't make the game that they said they were going to be able to make with their small amount of... Oh, here we go, on their website. They've raised almost $142 million, and they can't make the fucking game for $142 million fucking dollars. That is absurd. That's absurd. Let's turn on the auto refresh and just see what happens here. But yeah, it's a fucking bloated mess. I hope Star Citizen comes out and it's the greatest game of all time. I really do. I really hope it's just the shit. But I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a fucking disappointment because the thing has been in the cooker for so long and it's probably so disjointed at this point that I don't know. I feel like there's probably too many hands in the cookie pot, too many chiefs, not enough Indians, kind of thing. Because everybody seems to assume that just because a game has been in development for a long time, that means it's a good thing. That's not true at all from my experience in playing games that have been in development for a long time. Generally, they come out and they're disjointed as fuck. WildStar was a pretty good example of this. WildStar was in development for a very long time. Because they just kept iterating on shit, and by the time the game came out, there was a lot of stuff that really just didn't make sense, because a lot of people had their hands in the cookie jar. Duke Nukem Forever is that's not really a fair example, but yeah, no, I'm very excited with Crowfall. Yeah, Crowfall has iterated on some stuff, particularly like the combat. They've changed up their mindset on the combat with the root motion stuff not being in the game anymore and it being a little bit more free form. So they have iterated on some things. But for the most part, the product vision has stayed the same for the 2 or so years I've been following the game, and there's been steady, linear progress on the game. And fucking Crowfall is going to come out probably before Star Citizen does, which is crazy because Star Citizen was supposed to come out years ago, and it's not even close to coming out now. Like, what the fuck? And I don't consider the single player the game because nobody gives a fuck about the single player. Like, I mean, yeah, some people do a little bit, but like the main attraction of Star Citizen was always the MMO online part, clearly. That's why the game raised $142 million, not because of hiring, what's his name, Mark Hamill to be the protagonist. Like, come on. So Star Citizen, probably going to come out. When it does come out, it'll be a big fucking disappointment, but I hope not. I hope I am so wrong and it is the greatest fucking game of all time and I can't stop playing it, but I wouldn't get my hopes up. Moving on. Let's see here. Scrolling down. Oh, forced positivity on YouTube. This is actually, dude, PewDiePie. I'm actually kind of starting to like PewDiePie. He has changed up his content quite a bit, and occasionally he comes out with a video that is hits the nail right on the head. And in his I think this is a video that came out like a week and a half ago, so I'm not super current on this, but basically he called out a lot of people on YouTube, not specifically, but there's a lot of channels that do this where their entire channel is like super positive and super upbeat, and it's very fake. Particularly, like, I think the Minecraft channels on YouTube are the absolute worst. If you go watch a Minecraft Let's Play channel, the entire video is like, hey guys, oh my god, ha ha ha, and everything is hilarious, every joke is funny, they're like the most excited, ridiculous version of themselves the entire time. For these videos are like 25, 30 minutes long, and every single video is, hey guys, listen to my friend, and that guy's friend is like, hey guys, and the whole thing is just this upbeat, like, tiring level of excitement, and I don't know how people do it. I have no idea how people can manage to do this shit, but he basically called people out on YouTube saying that is, it's kind of fake as shit, and I agree. And I've never been one. I've always been a person that said that I don't like to talk shit about what other people like on YouTube because I make content that a lot of people don't like and a lot of people do like it, and what you like is what you like, and that's cool. Some people like the Minecraft Let's Players. I don't. I like some shit that other people don't. So I've always kind of made that a conscious thing to not talk shit about what other people like. I've always hated when people talk shit about like the popular guy. Like, I didn't like PewDiePie's old videos where he used to scream at fucking Happy Wheels, right? But I never talk shit about it because I'm not the target audience. But the forced positivity shit is crazy. Like, if you go watch a vlogger, you swear to God, their life is just all like sunshine and rainbows. And I'm a pretty happy guy right now, but I'm not fucking ecstatic the entire time. There's plenty of times where I'm just like, I'm bored. You know, fuck, you know, it's Sunday and I don't have enough time to do anything like really fun because I have to go to work tomorrow, but I'm not unhappy. So like it doesn't, like, these people that like vlog their life, it's really fake because the entire time they pretend like there's something exciting going on when that's not really actually what's going on. These people are just like us where you've got your lull where it's just like, you know, yeah, no, I'm happy, but yeah, that's not like, I guess you can't really vlog that. I sympathize with them because I know what it's like to make internet content and shit, but still, at the same time, I do think there is a lot of fakeness when it comes to false positivity and just faking the shit out of it. It's crazy. I definitely don't do that. I don't think I've ever done that. I've always been accused of being like a negative Nancy, but yeah, I had somewhere else I was gonna go with that, but I try to keep it real. Right now, like I'm happy right now in my real life, but I'm bored at the same time. I'm kind of bored with some of the things I'm doing, or not. I'm not really bored with some of the things. I'm bored. This is gonna sound sad, but I'm bored because I'm not playing any fun video games right now. Like I'm at this point where I'm waiting for Crowfall, and video games and MMOs are such a big part of my like identity, which sounds so fucking lame. I realize that. But like right now, like it's Sunday, and after I get done recording the podcast, I have like 6 hours to burn before I go to bed and get ready for work the next day. And for those 6 hours, I'm probably gonna fuck around on the internet and look at dumb shit and kind of a like hand on my face, clicking around, just burning the time. And that kind of sucks. But that's just the way. That's realistically how life is sometimes, where you don't have anything crazy going on. You're kind of just waiting around for the next big thing. So yeah, but I think that'll change. Like, Crowfall, I'm really pumped. So looking forward to that. But probably will be another few more months of not having tons of fun with video games. Moving on. Obama has lessened Chelsea Manning's sentence, or formerly known as Bradley Manning. This is the fucking craziest shit, right? Why, and I've been saying this for a while, why does nobody seem to give a fuck about that whole NSA thing? That should have been the biggest fucking deal of all time. And why it wasn't, and why it kind of just died off, is crazy to me. It's insane that whistleblowers have, like, why, like, the whole Edward Snowden thing, right? Like, he can't come back to this. Like, most people that I've talked to think that guy did a good thing and exposed the overreaching, law breaking of the NSA. And the fact that he exposed that the NSA was breaking the law and overreaching ridiculously to the point to where the president addressed it, and the president said things need to change. But he's still a fucking, like, war criminal. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, what a backwards ass shit show mess that is. And why that's not the biggest deal. Like, that, it's literally like we're living in the 1984. I almost said 1982. I think it's 1984. Novel, where the government really is spying on everybody, and it's not just us. People think, oh, the U.S. is spying on U.S. citizens. We're spying on all you motherfuckers. Don't get cocky, bitch. But why that's not a big deal is, I don't know. I'm shocked, because that really is, like, out of all the political scandals that I've personally lived through, or at least that I remember, that is the biggest one to me personally. I don't give a fuck if Bill Clinton got his dick sucked in the White House. I don't give a fuck if Trump, I don't know, treats women like Pokemon or whatever that woman said. I don't give a fuck. That's not that important at the end of the day. But the fucking U.S. government spying on us like it's 1984 in real life, that's crazy. Like, the implication, like, and this is my stance on government, like, power, right? This is the thing. So yes, the government is spying on everything you do on the internet, on your cell phone, whatever, right? Probably nothing bad will come of it right now. But what you need to do, every little bit of power that you give the government, you need to assume that the worst person in history has access to that power. You need to assume that Trump, who is apparently literally Hitler, has access to the NSA and all of that overreaching spying shit. So all the people that are defending the NSA, or all the people that are saying, like, you have to be, like, I remember Dopamine would say this, like, you have to be an idiot to think they're not tracking you. Sure. But that doesn't mean I agree with it. So that's always been my thing, Whatever sort of power you want to give to the government, that's fine. But you need to assume that the worst fucking person in history is going to have access to that power at some point. So, I've been rambling on that too long. Probably repeated myself 100 times, but moving on. Some more good news. General Motors is investing $1 billion and creating 2,600 new jobs. Again, dude, this is like the fucking, like, 50th story like this. And people like to say, like, oh, that's not because of Trump. Bull fucking shit. Like, you don't just see a million of these stories come out all at once, essentially, all over, like, a short period. Like, as soon as Trump won the nomination, you're seeing this shit constantly. And what's happening is that a lot of these companies, a lot of these corporations, they don't want to have their manufacturing trapped overseas. Let's say you are, I don't know, let's say you are General Motors and you make a lot of your stuff in China. and all of a sudden the tariffs go up, and all of your manufacturing is in China, and now you can't be competitive in the U.S. because of the tariffs. So like right now, there's kind of a land grab for moving your stuff back to the U.S. because everybody's scared shitless that they won't be viable if they don't have manufacturing in the U.S. So it's not only are they keeping the stuff here, they're actively coming back because they're scared that if they don't, they won't be able to be competitive due to tariffs. So, I mean, I don't know. It's fucking happening. It's like, yes, this is very short term. Yes, I understand the economic principles of it's like I realize that eventually everything is going to be automated. Like, I get that argument, and I get that outsourcing is something that is almost a little bit of a necessary evil. Like, I'm familiar with those like economic principles, but you can't deny that it's kind of fucking working. Like, it is. Like, he is bringing back a lot of fucking jobs, despite what, and the economy is kind of picking up. Like, shit's been going good. So, yeah, I don't fucking love Trump, but it seemingly things are going pretty well, despite literally Hitler getting elected, according to that lady. Anyway, moving on. Speaking of Trump being a good guy, let's talk about some bad shit about Trump. This is actually an interesting statistic I saw last week. 44 sitting members of Congress have taken donations from Trump. That's crazy. Has there been another president that has donated so much to politicians on his way to becoming president? I'm sure a lot of, I'm not some like history scholar. I'm sure a lot of presidents have been wealthy previously before becoming president. So I'm sure Donald Trump is not the only guy to have ever made large political donations to then become president, but he might be the biggest. Like, he's donated to 44 congressmen. Like, this is kind of an interesting situation we're in, where Trump's got friends in different ways that other presidents, like, he's actively given money to 44 congressional congressmen. So, that's crazy. And this is not a surprise, by the way. He bragged about this the entire time. He bragged about on his campaign trail about how he gave all these politicians money and how he was playing the system and how and how since he played the system, he's going to fix the system. Who knows about that? But I do think that's fascinating that he has personally contributed to 44 sitting members of Congress campaign funds. What a strange time we live in. Let me find this here. I actually didn't bookmark this clip, so I'm going to have to find it real quick. Alright, so this is some fucking bullshit here. Let me find it. Okay, so look at this. So this is how people protest Trump. Activists stage coffin at Trump Hotel. They literally go to the Trump Hotel where people are eating food. Like, just normal people that just go and buy their food and just, let's have a nice night out in the town. And these fucking assholes just come in and just cough on people's food. Like, what the fuck is this? Dude, this is how you protest in 2017. This is so ridiculous.
We need Obamacare. Trump care makes us sick. We need Obamacare. Trump care makes us sick.
God damn it. That's so stupid. So fucking infuriating. This is why they lost, guys. This is why Trump won. This is why Trump won. Trump, I don't even think it's fair to say Trump won. Trump didn't win. You just lost. Like, you just fucking gave it away. Fuck. So stupid. Jesus Christ. Oh, so stupid. Moving on. More movie talk, dude. So, am I dumb? Or does that Power Rangers movie actually look kind of fun? I'm not saying it's going to be the greatest fucking movie of all time. I would play the trailer, but it will make this podcast probably get taken down by some sort of content ID thing. But that Power Rangers movie, I actually might go see. Like, if I have somebody that wants to go see that shit, I'll probably go see it just because I was a kid in that Power Rangers era. Like, I remember playing with the toys and being in preschool and everybody having their Power Rangers shit. So I kind of think it looks like a fun movie. I hope it's. I know it's not going to be some cinematic masterpiece that will be remembered through the ages, but it does kind of seem like a fun movie. So I hope it is. The movie I'm actually legitimately excited about that I will be upset if it's not good is Logan. That movie looks dope as fuck. There is an extended Red Band trailer. It's you can just YouTube search Logan extended Red Band trailer number 2, and it's a new trailer that came out like a few days ago. And dude, it looks so fucking good. Please don't be terrible. Please don't be terrible. It's exactly what I want from a superhero movie. A rated R, gritty, like if there was a superhero, like if superheroes were real, I feel like this story potentially could tell it in a very realistic way and like a really gritty kind of like, I guess more realistic, more brutal, more real. Like, it's a rated R movie, but it's not rated R because of like titties and crazy gore. It's just rated R because it's, there is some gore, but you know what I mean. It's not rated R for the prototypical reasons. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about some World of Warcraft real quick. Let me pull it up here. Let me find it. World of Warcraft has decided to not only like they have gotten so fucking lazy. Now some people probably think this is cool as fuck. I think this is lazy. So WoW has decided to recycle the tier 6 armor. So the armor from Burning Crusade from Black Temple, they are reskinning it as tier 20. Now, Demon Hunters have like a new set because they didn't exist back then. And Death Knights have a new set, which I think the Death Knight shit actually looks pretty darn cool. So kudos to them for the Death Knight stuff. I think it looks alright. This orange Death Knight set, it looks pretty legit. But they're literally recycling it. Like, yeah, that gear is cool as fuck. So you should make more gear that is cool as fuck, not recycle it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is cool? Because I sure as fuck don't think it's cool. Because in a lot of ways, this stuff looks worse than the tier 6 that's currently in the game. It looks like plasticky. Whereas the other stuff, I don't know, maybe it's just because maybe it's just a member berries thing, but I do feel like a lot of these sets looked better. Like this Warlock set looks kind of retarded. This upgraded one looks kind of retarded. And the Warrior set, I think, looks worse than the old set. I just think it's lazy as fuck. Like, yeah, this is cool. This is cool gear. You should make more gear like this, but don't just fucking recycle it. What is this set? Okay, that actually looks cool. That's not recycled at all. What is that? Maybe that is slightly recycled, but it's not completely. Warrior tier 20. Warriors, for some reason, got some brand new, unique set of gear for their tier 20 that no one else seemingly got. That's weird. But yeah, so this is the issue with transmog, right? When transmog came out, it disincentivized Blizzard to make cool sets of gear. Blizzard can now make gear and not feel as bad about the gear looking like shit because they have transmog, because they have a crutch, right? If they they can get lazy. If they want to get lazy, they can get lazy because if you don't like the gear, you can just transmog it, right? That sounds like something that is good on paper, right? Oh yeah, you can look the way you want. And if I don't like that new set of gear that comes out, I can always just make it whatever I want. that when that didn't used to be a thing, I swear to God, they put way more effort into the gear. Whenever I look at people doing transmog runs, or whenever I just look at people's transmogs in general, they tend to be in the older sets of gear. They tend to be in the gear that is Cataclysm. Cataclysm and back. It tends to be the gear that gets transmogged a lot. And for good reason, because those sets of gear had to look cool, because Blizzard would get, a lot of flack if it didn't. If your gear set looked like shit, then you just looked like shit for, months at a time. So Blizzard had a strong incentive to make cool looking sets of gear. And those, Burning Crusade and classic sets, a lot of them were really cool. So, yeah. Moving on. I think that's it for the main topics this week. Let's move on to the comments. Let's pull up the comments from HiveMind61 here. Bro, you lost a fuck ton of... Oh, wait. Let me sort it by newest first. I lost my virginity the first day of Trump's America. #MAGA. I never would have done it during Obama's presidency because women still had rights. The Zybak alligator method did inspire me, LMAO. The best part is that she plays WoW and is not ugly. Well, good for you, bro. You're getting laid more than I am right now. That's going to change here soon. I'm going to work on that. I'm working on it. A quote you might like is about sacrificing now for the future. Live like no one else so you can live like no one else. Yeah, that's a Dave Ramsey quote. Dave Ramsey, he's like a financial planner, instructor, radio host kind of guy. He gives good advice, but it's advice for people that really fucked up. Like if you ever listen to anything like that Dave Ramsey does, it's always like, "Hey Dave, I'm $500,000 in debt and I'm thinking about getting a new car. What do you think?" And Dave is like, "You fucking retarded, bruh? What is wrong with you? Pay down your debts." Like, that's most of the shit. Most of the shit is like, buy a used car. Pay down your debts. That's like most of it. But he gives some good advice, so I'm not going to hate on him. You have to admit, Zybak, if someone on 4chan made a fake news story about someone you didn't like, but it got mainstream attention and everyone thought it was real, you'd be saying, "This is fucking glorious," and you'd be laughing your ass off. Somebody made a fake news story about me. Yeah, I would be saying that. Yeah, if there was some ridiculous fake news story about Zybak being like some sort of I don't know, what would the fake news story be? What would my fake news story be? Oh, I actually tried to get this to happen. We actually tried to do this where I'm not gonna say who the female Twitch streamer was because I don't know if she would get negative feedback from it, but we were going to set up a fake drama thing where me and this girl met up and she got pregnant, and then and I was just quiet on the issue because that's not something I would do. So like essentially somebody would leak out that this girl was pregnant via me, and then we would just not address it. And it would just escalate more and more and more. And since my personality, like you guys know that I'm not the type of guy to not address something. So we were going to start this fake rumor and then just intentionally not address it and just build it up to this point of ridiculousness. And then just tell everybody it was fucking fake and we were fucking with them the whole time. So I've definitely thought about doing some fake bullshit like that just for the lulz. But I haven't done it yet, so it does seem interesting though. I do want to do it. I definitely want to do some shit and troll you guys, because I've trolled you guys before and it's always really fun. Literally memes during the inauguration by quoting BAME. Today we're not merely transferring power from one administration or from one party to another. We're transferring power from Washington D.C. and giving it back to you, the people. Is that a BAME quote? Maybe it is. I don't know. You have to be a real fucking idiot to believe the Golden Shower Gate story. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Zybak, I'll be your friend if you need somebody to talk to. Zybak, look into Darkfall, Rise of Aegon. No, I'm good. Darkfall looks. I'm not gonna lie. Darkfall just looks fucking retarded. The combat just looks fucking retarded. So I'll pass. As a pre-med student, about to start medical school, I always hear about Obamacare and how awful it is. What's your opinion on it, Zybak? Obamacare, dude, that's such a hard thing, right? So when I was self-employed, Obamacare was nice because it made getting healthcare easier being self-employed. But at the same time, dude, I look at it's definitely not optimal, like that's for sure. Because I look at my dad, he owns a business, and when Obamacare got implemented, we subsidize our employees' healthcare to a degree. I pay a little bit for my own healthcare, but a lot of it is subsidized by my employer because we're cool as fuck like that, right? And anyway, the rates have gone up through the fucking roof for Obamacare. So the people that like Obamacare are the ones that are getting subsidized, but the people that are paying for the shit fucking don't like it, clearly. And the rates have just gotten absurd, like many hundreds of % more expensive, like every year. It's crazy, and it's only getting more and more absurd. So, my current, I mean, maybe it's selfish as fuck, but I don't give a fuck if Obamacare gets repealed. I don't have Obamacare anymore, so fuck it. I know that's selfish as shit, but I don't know, man. I look at what my dad and what my business, or what my family's business pays for healthcare to insure our employees, and it's fucking crazy. So, yep. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a fucking expert on this shit. I don't know why. Yeah, that's a hard one, dude. Do I have a video explaining your financial future / plans? No, I don't. That would be I've talked about it on the podcast so much I don't really think a video is necessary. But yeah, no, essentially just invest money early, live a very lean lifestyle, and save a lot. Save a lot. Don't have a lot of expenses until I'm in my 40s, really. I'm just trying to keep my lifestyle inflation to a minimum. Still going to live my life. Still going to have fun, but not going to buy any new cars or, go on any crazy fucking vacations and spend lots of money on stupid shit. Because I want to be financially sound by my 40s. And I'm on the path. The math works out. And if I keep doing what I'm doing, then I'll be ready for cruise control by the time I'm in my 40s, hopefully. Hey, Zybak. I saw some of your videos, then they're cool. I don't understand why you only have 100,000 subscribers. You should have more viewers. What happened to YouTube? Blah, blah, blah. The reason I don't have very many subscribers and why a lot of my subscribers aren't active is my own fault. I have changed up what I have done so many times throughout these close to 7 years I've been doing YouTube now. I have been a World of Warcraft guy. I have been a Star Wars The Old Republic guy. I have been a Guild Wars 2 guy. I have been a WildStar guy. I have been a Call of Duty guy. I have been a vlogger for a while. I was a random gaming channel, let's play kind of thing for a while. And now I am a podcast channel? I don't even know what the fuck I am now. I'm like a news and politics channel. I've changed up what I've done so many times, so dramatically, and I have I've shaken the beehive so many times on purpose, by the way, that it's not conducive to having lots of subscribers, because a lot of people go, fuck you don't play WoW anymore, that's what I subscribed for, and they leave. Or I'm only gonna watch the WoW stuff. And if you look at a lot of these channels that have tons and tons of subscribers, that have really, really active subscribers, it's because they do the same thing over and over and over again. They're either they're the League of Legends guy, they're the Counter-Strike guy, they're the World of Warcraft guy, and they've only ever done that one thing, which is great. They have a very specialized audience. Their audience knows exactly what they're going to get. That's great, until you get fucking burned out on that game, or until that game dies. So what's going to be interesting to see is what happens to these World of Warcraft YouTubers when the game eventually dies, which it's going to. What's going to happen to these League of Legends guys when that game eventually dies? So while my channel has a fraction of a lot of what these other channels have, right? It's tiny, teeny tiny, But my channel, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I literally had no experience podcasting, and now I'm like a fucking podcasting channel. I have no experience in, like, I'm not like a Crowfall channel. Like, that's, I can do whatever the fuck I want to because I have been doing whatever the fuck I've wanted to, and I've paid that price. Whereas a lot of these guys, the second they stop posting WoW videos, it's gonna go, and their shit's just gonna drop off like a fucking, I don't know, like 9/11 2.0, essentially. And I've seen, I'm not gonna call them out, but I've seen one WoW channel that was only a World of Warcraft channel for the longest time. He came out and quit WoW and started making other videos, and it was exactly what I said. Fucking exactly what I said. So, yeah, my YouTube channel, not that fucking successful right now. Well, there's some things I'm pretty proud of that are happening in the background, due to my YouTube channel. Some Crowfall things. But, yeah, no, I'll be the first to admit it's not that fucking exciting right now. Don't have crazy, excitement, but I can do whatever I want, and that feels great. Moving on. What is my ancestry? My ancestry, I came from Vikings. We are give me a battle axe and a wooden shield, and I'll be at home. I think most of my ancestry comes from that Nordic longboat. I mean, it makes sense. I'm 6'5" and I'm white as fuck, and I feel like I would have some +5 to one-handed axes in my character creator. Hey Zybak, I wanted to ask you a question. So, say that it's proved beyond a doubt. What is this guy's question? Say that it's proved beyond all doubt that you say/hint at and Islam is the cause of a lot of violence in the world. What, in your opinion, should be done about it? Not trying to sound heartless, just interested. And I said, that ideology is such a shit show I don't know even where to start. However, I feel like if these shitholes had internet and access to information, people would quickly find out that Islam and every other religion is fucking retarded. Yeah, dude, that's a hard thing, right? So what this guy is asking is, if Islam really is just complete cancer, which it is, how do you go about fixing it? And the only way I know to actually fix, because you can't fight it. Like, you can't go in there and be like, fuck this shit, and just like, might makes right and just fight it, because that's not gonna, well, I mean, it would work, but it would be brutal. But I think the biggest thing is, dude, these fucking places they're just shitholes. They're just fucking shitholes. I don't know I would love to see a topographical map of like predominantly Islam, and then like median income or like standard of living. Because I feel like those two things are very correlated. There probably are some outliers with like Saudi Arabia, but Saudi Arabia is probably the only one I could think of where it's like predominantly Islam, and they're rich as fuck. But the thing about Saudi Arabia is only certain people are rich as fuck. If you're in Saudi Arabia and you're not like a Muslim man of a certain stature, like you're like literally a slave. Like they have like literal slavery over there, I'm pretty sure. And women are treated like shit and like stoned to death, and all sorts of atrocities happen in Saudi Arabia, and we just go and look the other way because they've got that oil dog. So Saudi Arabia is probably different, but I'm sure if we had a topographical map of Islam and rates of violence, standard of living, and shit like that, you would see some pretty big correlations. So in terms of fixing it, I don't fucking know. Good thing I'm not president, right? I don't think it can be fixed. I think it's one of those things where if they just had fucking Wi-Fi and they were just like, wait a second. The infidels have Netflix and Amazon Prime? Come on, bruh. Why am I wearing this ninja suit? This is retarded. Why don't we have that shit? So I don't know. I feel like just access to information and it would kill itself, hopefully. And maybe I'm being too optimistic with that. Moving on. Probably just thinking logically about this, but what is the point of getting married? It seems it has no value these days. I would like to have a life partner, but why do we need to get married because of social norms? Yeah, no, it's pretty fucking pointless nowadays, it seems like. And marriage has... It wasn't pointless back then because it actually meant something to get married, because it was like, we're locking this shit in. Click, click, master lock, right? But people get fucking divorced. Like, it's clearly not that, right? It's clearly not locked in for life, because fucking more than 50% of people get divorced. It's fucking retarded. I don't know why people get married. Other than like arbitrary like tax reasons and shit, there's not any actual functional point. I don't know the numbers on this, but I would assume less and less people are probably getting married. I would assume people my age are less likely to get married, because everyone's just like, it's... I think most people have seen the writing on the wall that it's just fucking retarded. So, yeah. I don't know. I 100% agree with you. You'd rather regret not having a kid than having one. I feel like people are way too obsessed with having their own kid. Why bring another person in this world that's greatly overpopulated? Blah, blah, blah. You could basically this guy's saying you could adopt a kid and change somebody's life that would have been worse. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't want to have kids because I'm selfish, and I know I'm selfish. And I have other goals, and a child would impede on my other goals that I have. So that's why. Holy shit, Zybak, your view on relationships is fucking terrible. My response, yeah, maybe, but I'd like to think of myself as a pragmatist. Yeah, no, it's I know. I go about things in a pretty brutal way, but I feel like it's honest, and I feel like I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of truth to it. I'd rather be happily what's the word? I'd rather be surprised than be let down. So maybe that's terrible. Maybe it's fucked up. I don't know. Zybak, we love you. Keep doing it, babe. Screw the train. This guy said, anyway, moving on. That's more of a statement. I remember your dad's place on the lake. It was beautiful. Yep. Yeah, my dad's got a pretty dope house. Have you ever ran into a guy that you could convince to suck your dick? I'm sure I could convince. Obviously, I think everybody's run into a guy that they could convince to suck your dick, because there's a lot of sad fucking people out there, and I'm sure I've met lots of sad fucking people that would have done it. Man, Zybak is awesome. Thank you. If you could describe liberals in a nutshell, it would be the false sense of moral superiority, the thing that everyone hates the West for. Yeah, but honestly, the conservatives are bad about that shit too. Maybe even worse. It depends on the conservative. The Bible-toting conservatives are so fucking annoying. That shit has got to go. That shit has got to go. I'm a pretty conservative guy myself. But the Bible shit is an absolute... They're absolutely fucking themselves with that. Because people like me, I don't give a fuck about the Bible. I don't give a fuck if God told you to invade Iraq. So I think... Yes, I think you're correct when it comes to the modern liberal versus the modern conservative. But these old ass motherfuckers that are basing policy, like these Ben Carson motherfuckers that want to have their tax plan be based off tithing, like, are you fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ. So it's bad on both ends. But I will say that the conservative end is cleaning their shit up, for sure. The younger modern conservatives, I think, are in a pretty good place. You don't see... How do I want to word this? You don't see people like me talking about Trump treating women like Pokemon. Like, the absurdities of the current liberal, like, movement of, like, people, like, what people protest and, like, that's not my gender and, you know, use the right pronoun shit. Like, it's just gotten crazy. And, the Bible shit on the conservative side, that's dying off, quite literally. Like, the people that think that shit are literally dying. So, I wouldn't be, you know, for the longest time, I think politics were kind of going left, and more left. But I think now, I think now you might be seeing it kind of go to the right, and not because the left, and not because the right is, doing, like, not because the conservative movement is fucking great. It's just because all these fucking retards that say that Trump is treating women like Pokemon are just turning, like, I wouldn't want to be associated with that. I don't want to be on those guys' team. I'd rather be on the other fucking side, even if I don't agree with it. Because one side is just absurd right now, and the other side is got some absurd things, but at least they're a little bit more sensible, it seems. Fuck. Moving on. What do you invest in? Right now, I invest in a lot of index funds, S&P 500, particularly VFIAX, Vanguard. What the fuck does it stand for? The Admiral shares of the S&P 500 for Vanguard. That's what I invest a lot of. I'll probably end up changing it up and doing some more different stuff here in a few years, but I want to get, S&P 500 is pretty solid. So I'm gonna keep rocking that out. I've been getting good results with that. Got a 17% return last year. Had some pretty good buy-ins, some beginner's luck. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with the S&P 500 for now, and it seems like I don't know. It seems like it's fucking working. So we'll see. 100% agree on the Meryl Streep speech. I hate that someone feels like they have to use a completely unrelated event as a platform to push their political views. I've heard that she is strong and brave for speaking out, but what I saw, that was pathetic. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. It's fucking dumb. Not the right place or the right time, and the whole thing just was sad. I missed the YouTube top 10s. Oh yeah, that's another thing we can do. I haven't done the shit Zybak finds on the internet series. Oh wow, I almost forgot about that. Two things. You watch the Hodge twins, and would you adopt a Zybak from Ethiopia if you wanted kids and couldn't untie? I responded, I do watch the Hodge twins, and no, I would not adopt a kid from Ethiopia. Because there's fucking plenty of kids in the United States that need to get adopted, motherfucker. God damn. That shit irritates me. Like, if you're gonna adopt a kid, get one of ours. Fuck. There's plenty of good kids that need to get adopted here. You gotta get the fucking import model? Give me a fucking break. I should make a video of my investments. Again, that would be a really boring short video. Speaking of stand-up comedians, you ever watch Bo Burnham? Yep, that guy's pretty funny. He's got a Netflix special. It's very good. 62 straight likes. How far will we go before we get a dislike? Let me look this up and see. My podcast last week got to 100 likes with no dislikes. I'm sure somebody's disliked it by now, but it got 100 thumbs up with no thumbs downs. Let me see what it's at right now. Video manager. Oh, no one's disliked it yet. Somebody's going to dislike it. Right now, I think I can show this. Yeah, I don't think it's showing anything crazy. Whoops. Look at this. 108 likes, no dislikes. That's crazy. Anyway. Oh shit, I scrolled down. Ah, fuck, I lost my place. There we go. Remember to do the vlog with powers out. Yep, that was a good one. Here's a comment for the podcast. I feel like you're a lot more preoccupied with what might go wrong than what you might gain by branching out. What are your thoughts? Yes and no, maybe. I don't feel like that, but I'm sure there's some of that going on where I'm like just scared to branch out. Maybe. Most of it is I just want to get to. I want to get a few things done before I, really start branching out. But yeah, no, there's probably some some validity of what you're saying there to that. Love you, Zybak, but please stop saying after every sentence. That's something that's really hard to do. It's really hard to not use any filler words because I'm solo podcasting for what are we at? An hour now? I've been talking to myself for over an hour, so it's pretty much impossible to not use any sort of filler word or not pause at all. I just said again, motherfucker. Yeah, it's hard. I just said again. I've gotten better with this though. So if you go and look at my old videos, I used to be really bad about using fuck as a filler word. And I still do it. And I think most people still do it. Because it does add some like flair and like some spice to your sentence, right? But it makes you sound like an idiot when you do it too much. When you're like, the fucking thing. Like, look at this. I'm picking up this fucking bottle and this fucking gum and that fucking debit card and that fucking keys. Like, I used to be so bad about using fuck as a filler word. And I don't think I do it anymore, or it's not as bad as it used to be. I just said again. But the thing is, here's the thing. If you don't use filler words, you sound like a politician. If you go and you make pauses after every sentence, if you're like, and then we did this, and then we did that, you sound like a politician. You sound fucking weird. So I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to use filler words. I would love to be so well spoken that I didn't need them very often. Like, I'd love to be like a Ben Shapiro who can just go blah, 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 and just, sentence after sentence after sentence, fluent as fuck, right? I'd love to be able to do that. And I just said fuck. It's so hard, dude. It's so hard. But I'm working on it. People don't need marriage. F religion. You can be someone and be happy without any papers. It's a deal between two people. If you have a bond, caring feelings, marriage gives nothing but false thinking that someone will never leave you. Why are people overcomplicating such simple things? Yeah, marriage used to mean something, but it just doesn't anymore. It's just not necessary, and it's a joke. Zybak, I'm in a similar situation to you fitness-wise. Been on a huge cut, lost 40 pounds in 3 months. Damn, that's a lot of weight in 3 months. Got 10 to 15 pounds. That's a lot of fucking weight in 3 months. Jesus. Got 10 to 15 pounds where I get rest of my belly fat. Gonna be 155 at 5'11". I'm you being 6'5", how far do you have left to cut? So I'm not sure. That's the thing, right? So I have my diet has been kind of shitty as of recently with the holidays, my birthday and shit. I've actually gained a little bit of weight, but I look leaner in the mirror. Like, I can see my abdominal muscles more clearly now. So I think I've actually put on some muscle in the middle of this cut. My weight has gone up. Right now I'm at like 200-ish pounds, like 195, 200, depending on when I weigh myself and water weight fluctuations and stuff. But I don't think I've got that much more left to lose. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get down to like, I'm at the point to where like I can see my veins and my like forearms and like biceps and stuff, but I've still got a little bit of belly fat. So I think it's gonna come off here fairly soon, but maybe I'm being optimistic. Like I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I don't really have much fat in other places. Got a little bit on that ass, boy, but I got a little bit of fat on my ass, a little bit of fat on my stomach, and other than that, man, I feel like I'm pretty lean. So maybe I'll get down to like 190, 185 and be like super cut, or maybe I'll get down to like 190 and that'll be it. I just don't know, because I've never been this lean before. So we'll see. You should check out Mark Hamill reading Trump tweets as the Joker. Okay. What do you think Blizzard will do next? Something brand new or something else in the Overwatch universe? I think there's a good chance that the Overwatch universe might get expanded. Not with the game, but I think an Overwatch movie could be a thing. I think they might actually do some sort of storytelling of some kind with Overwatch. I could see them doing a TV show, like I don't want to say Netflix, but something along that line. I could see them doing that. Having a hero moment is great. I had one a few nights ago. I work in a production plant, and our products are sealed in plastic film, but those plastic film rolls are massive. Oh, it's one of those giant plastic rolls. They are 800 pounds when brand new, so the other night someone knocked one over. So my supervisor came over to help me because I'm a strong guy. Okay, this guy basically lifted up this giant thing. Yeah, that's fun. Showing off your strength is always fun. Grabbing a balloon from the ceiling is the manliest thing you could do in a lifetime. Paladins feels more like Smite than Overwatch. Here's one. Oh, Jesus, this is a book. I'm not going to read this whole comment. Basically, this guy is saying, yeah, this fake news talk is an issue. I completely agree that people should decide and maybe better the systems implemented on Facebook that allow users to vote or decide what is staple fake news. Okay, so I think this guy is basically agreeing with me, saying, like, look, the whole fake news thing is ridiculous because it's so... There's so much... I don't want a corporation deciding what is fucking real and what is fake news. That's crazy. Let me decide that. Do not censor my ability to see something because you deem it as fake. Because a lot of the times where something is deemed fake news, it's not actually fake news. For example, let me try to find this tweet here. I swear, I think I bookmarked this a long time ago because it was absurd. Moments. Here we go. Here's an example of this fake news shit. This is NBC News fact-checking. The claim. Trump said Clinton acid-washed her email servers. The truth. Clinton used a team called BleachBit. She did not use a corrosive chemical. This is from NBC. This is an official fucking tweet from NBC saying, oh, Donald Trump was completely wrong about Hillary Clinton acid washing her email server, when obviously he said acid washing as a way of saying she cleaned out the server, right? And fucking NBC says, no, that's not true. She actually used, like, that's not the fucking point. The point is she fucking deleted her emails, god damn it. Not some specifics about corrosive like, this is a joke. That's a fucking joke. This is why I have this fake news shit is a complete absurdity. It's a complete this is all it is. All it is people are just looking for any excuse for why Hillary lost. So they just say, "Oh, it's the fake news. The fake news is why Trump won." No, fuckers. God damn it. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. All right, back to the comments. Paladins is doing pretty good. Yeah, I think I got Paladins and Battleborn mixed up. Yeah, Battleborn is the game that is completely fucked, I think. Staples also sold phones for a brief period of time. I bought my iPhone 6 when my brother worked there. Anyone who says Netflix is shit must live outside the US. Netflix is kind of shit in many EU countries. Netflix originals. Wait, you can't watch all of the Netflix originals outside of the US? That's crazy. That can't be true. Why the hell would they... Why would that be an issue? That would be weird if that's a thing. If you can't watch certain Netflix originals outside of the US, that's crazy. Yeah, Netflix is kicking ass, dude. They have a lot of really cool originals. Like, there's like Netflix movies now that they make that are really good. Lots of like documentaries and stuff too. I saw there was some Netflix like DreamWorks thing where it's like a DreamWorks created show. Like, they're doing a lot of really cool stuff. I have a ton of stuff on my Netflix queue that I'll never be able to watch because it just keeps getting longer and longer and longer. So unless I get like the flu or something, there's no way I'm going to be able to catch up on it. I don't know if you listen to any other podcasts, but you should add music or sound effects for certain parts. I don't think so. I think a lot of that is really cheesy. It's good when it's done well, and you typically need to have somebody else helping you with it. You need to have like a producer or some sort of other guy who's kind of just keeping an ear out for that stuff. Because if I do it by myself, it's going to be cheesy and set up and kind of lame. Paladins is quite a played game. Battleborn was the pile of shit. Yeah, I got those two mixed up. The word is leverage. Yeah, I agree with fuck Nost. I mean, how do you turncoat after campaigning so hard against Blizzard and refusing to even discuss the community's desires? Yep, no, they're pretty much hypocrites. Yep. I started your 1,000 calories a day purge 2 weeks ago. I don't think purge is the right word for that. It's working well for me. I don't have the money for a gym membership. I live in shit weather. How much does the diet itself help versus adding Dude, the diet is everything, man. You don't exercise to lose weight. Exercising to lose weight is futile. You wanna lift weights. Lifting weights is the most important thing for exercise. Lifting heavy ass weights, doing 5 reps, 5 sets, or I like to do 8 reps, 5 sets. But lifting heavy weights and telling your body to get stronger and telling your body to hang on to the muscle is important. You can do like push-ups, sit-ups, that kind of stuff. I started doing cardio not to lose weight, but I do cardio for the other benefits, the circulation, the extra recovery, the heart and lungs benefit as well. So, but yeah, I don't do cardio to lose weight. That's not even part of the equation. Yeah, it does burn calories. Yeah, I probably burn an extra 300, 400, 500 calories, going on my treadmill, Stairmaster, whatever I do that day. But that's not the fucking point. And I don't strength train to burn calories. I do all that stuff for a different reason. But the diet's everything. If you actually eat 1,000 calories a day, you will lose a shitload of weight really fast. Really, really, really fast. But just make sure that 1,000 calories is mainly protein. It pretty much is going to have to be like just chicken breast because I eat 1,000. Like right now today, I'm going to eat 1,000 calories. I didn't yesterday. I went to Red Robin and went fucking ham. But I'm going to eat 1,000 calories today. I'm going to eat my chicken and my broccoli, and that's going to be it. I'm going to get about 200 grams of protein, some greens, and hang on to my muscle mass. I haven't lost any strength. So it's working, losing weight, gaining muscle. I actually have gotten strong. I don't know if I've gained muscle, but I've definitely gotten stronger. So it's either some sort of central nervous system gain, or I think I put on some muscle. We'll see. But yeah, no, if you eat 1,000 calories a day, you will fucking lose weight fast as shit. I assure you. Sorry, I'm reading some of these comments. What you can do to get your heart rate up. I'm not going to read that. That's a long comment. Sweden, do you know where it is located? I'm pretty sure you mean Switzerland, you typical American. And I respond, yeah, this guy was basically... Yeah, this guy couldn't believe that Sweden had this giant rape problem. And it is. It does. I don't really go down that whole thread. That's like a thread of me going off on some, not really going off on some guy, but just kind of educating him. I think he conceded the point. Pretty sure he did. No, he just didn't respond. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. I myself managed to lose Jurassic on weight fasting as you have. I have a lot of trouble motivating myself to get to the gym and gain muscle and not just put fat back on. It's proving difficult when trying to juggle work, my gaming addiction. Any tips? I'll be honest, I've got it pretty easy, dude. I don't have a gaming addiction right now. I'm sure if I was really into gaming, it would be harder for me to be motivated to go to the gym. But right now, it's so easy for me to work out because I look forward to working out because it's something to do. Like, I'm that fucking bored with, like, what's going on right now in terms of entertainment. Like, yeah, there are a lot of really cool shows out right now to watch, but I'm not a type of guy that watches shows. Overwatch is fucking lame still with the meta. So yeah, if like WildStar had just come out, I would have some... Yeah, I would be a little bit not motivated because I'd be like, yeah, I want to play fucking WildStar. I want to go lift heavy-ass weights and, get sweaty and tired and shit, right? But right now, I've got it pretty easy. It's easy for me to stay motivated. And I think at this point, I've actually gotten to the point to where I actually do really enjoy it because I see myself getting stronger and I like the look. I'm starting to look pretty good now. So, yeah, but you've got to do it because you want to do it. You can't be motivated to do it. You can't rely on motivation because motivation is fleeting. You're not going to be motivated to go to work every day. You're not going to be motivated to lift those heavy ass weights. It's about discipline. It's about having the fucking iron will, the Garrosh, Grom Hell scream, the man with the iron will. As nerdy as that fucking sounds, I like to think I relate to that character a lot. And just, fuck it. I'm going to do it for the sake of doing it. And I guess that's like part of my like fuck you kind of attitude. Like if somebody tells me I can't or I shouldn't do something or I can't do something, I want to do it even more. And I guess that's just part of the way I'm programmed. So motivation is for fucking pussies. That's what I'm saying. It's fucking pussies. Sure, you're going to be motivated today, but you're not going to be motivated tomorrow. You're not going to be motivated a year from now. You're going to be motivated every day. So you just can't rely on it. You got to be the man with the iron will. GameStop has already transitioned. They sell more merchandise and shit, and they do games now. I was not aware that I haven't gone to GameStop in a really long time. Bro, you lost a fuck ton of weight and no more acne. Jesus, I still definitely have some acne. It's not as bad. I'm not gonna lie. So, multivitamins, they might be bullshit. They might be complete bullshit. No one really knows. But my anecdotal evidence, as soon as I started taking these fucking things, my acne cleared up quite a bit. So maybe that's fucking placebo bullshit. But I swear they help. I take 2 of these every day, 2 or 3. You're supposed to take 3 of them, but I usually take 1 in the morning and I forget in the afternoon. I take 1 before I go to bed. But they might be fucking bullshit. I don't know if they actually work or not, but I swear, anecdotally, as soon as I started taking them, my acne cleared up. And I don't know if I've gotten any other fitness benefits from it. It's really hard to say. But I think they're working. I think. But I'm not going to be one to sit here and say that they definitely fucking work. But I have noticed that my face has cleared up since I started taking that. Whether that's related or not, maybe it's just because I'm not as much of a greasy teenager as I used to be. Or maybe I really was deficient on some shit. And I know for a fact, whether multivitamins work or don't, I'm definitely deficient on some shit because my diet is terrible. It's fucking terrible. I don't eat anywhere near as much fruit and vegetables as I should eat. And I also eat the same things. I don't eat a wide variety. Like the only way to get like all the vitamins and nutrients you actually need is to be one of those people that goes to the grocery store and buys like one of everything. I don't do that, man. I get the same thing. I go to the grocery store and I literally buy 10 bags of the same chicken. And I'll check them out and be like, bloop, 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 bloop. I'll buy, 10 packs of the same gum, or 10 of the big bulk, family size things. So I'll go to the grocery store and buy like $100 in groceries, and it's only like 4 unique items. So, yeah, I'm just that kind of guy. I'm not one to, not that I am against trying new things, but I just don't. I kind of just find what I like and stick with it. Moving on. For your hero moment, do you think the crowd would have reacted differently if I was overweight and wearing a WoW t-shirt? I'm sure the staff would have with that massive order. I responded, they probably would have thrown peanuts at me like some animal at the zoo. People definitely treat you better when you're in shape, but it's not that different. Yeah, dude, that's the thing, man. That is a real thing, dude. When you lose weight, people definitely treat you better. It's fucking real. It is fucking real. Not that fat people are some persecuted fucking thing of fat phobia. No. People do treat you better, but it's part of human nature because they respect you more because you command more respect when you're in shape. People are more like if I go out and tell somebody, "Hey man, it's that's not a good example. Let's say I'm at work and I couldn't get this thing done. Like, I didn't have enough time to get this thing done. Sorry, boss. I just ran out of time. I couldn't get it finished. Sorry about that." If I say that as somebody that's in shape, my boss would be more likely to believe me and be like, "Hey man, don't worry about it. It was a big deal. There's a lot to ask for, right?" But if same thing as a fat person, he's more likely to be like, "Yeah, you fat piece of shit. Look at how lazy you are. You're so fucking, you lazy bastard. You didn't get it done because you were, look at you. You can't even take care of yourself, much less this project." Like it's not active, and it's not because that person is a bad person for thinking that. It's just in your brain. You can't fucking control it. Everybody judges everybody. and you can't control it. So it's just the way it is, man. It's just the fucking way it is. And I think the sooner people realize that, the sooner people swallow that red pill, the sooner people will actually be happier and improve themselves. And there's many examples of this in real life. For example, like the pretty girl, dude, she's got it easy, right? Everybody wants to hire her. Everybody wants the pretty girl up front because it just makes shit better, because dudes want to be around good-looking women despite whether they want to fuck them or not, right? It's just, you want to be around good-looking, attractive people, and if you're good-looking and attractive, people just treat you better because it's human nature. I don't know. It's just the way it is. I didn't really get that second point. I didn't address very well, but I don't really know how to address it. But yes, it's a real thing. Moving on. Nostalrius doesn't support private servers any longer, and Elysium. Oh, God, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. Yeah, the Elysium. I don't want to go down that. Yeah, I'm not gonna even address that. All right, let's Oh shit. Let me pull this back up here. Let me see if there's. Typically the comments are the last thing I do, but I think I missed. Let's look at some videos, some fun videos from this week that I found, because I forgot about this segment. All right, so here's a video. More fun here. Anti-Trump protester screams in agony as the U.S. president is sworn in. Look at this. This is so absurd.
Coverage of the presidential inauguration from NPR News, and you can hear the 21-gun salute in the background. Another signal that for all of that resistance, for all of that opposition, Donald J. Trump is now president of the United States.
Shaking his head no. It's just a bunch of people screaming out in the street when Donald Trump is sworn in as president. Like, why? Dude. Jesus Christ, man. Dude, it must be hard to be a liberal. Like, it must be hard to be, like... it would be like if every single conservative was, like, quoting the Bible every time. Because, like, you see this shit everywhere, dude. It's everywhere. You can't... Like, you look at the suggestive, like, this isn't like an isolated incident. There's fucking tons of people protesting in D.C. right now that have this same sort of scream about Trump mindset. And there are plenty of Democrats and people that lean left that aren't ridiculous like this. But there's so many that are. It just taints the whole thing, man. So, I feel bad. I feel bad for him. Alright. I'm looking to see if there's any other videos. Oh, this is fucking great. Oh, this is one of my favorite things. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so Bill Clinton got caught checking out Ivanka Trump at the inauguration, and you can hear him mouth Ivanka. Or you can't hear him. You can see him mouth Ivanka. Oh, this is fucking great. And Hillary Clinton sees that Bill Clinton is checking out Ivanka. It's great. Look at this GIF. I'm gonna play it from the start here, if I can. Yeah, this is great. I like Bill Clinton, man. I hate Hillary Clinton, but Bill Clinton, how could you not like him? Like he's. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Ivanka. And he sees that Hillary is watching, and he just keeps doing it anyway. Oh, it's so good. I love it. That shit's hilarious to me. Anything else? Oh, we got a cute fucking GIF here. Baby is crying. The Corgi comes and comforts her. That is fucking adorable. That is fucking adorable. How can you not like that? Oh, I don't think I can show this. Yeah, Yeah, I don't. So, if anyone knows where I used to live, those apartments I used to live at, somebody fucking killed himself in the parking lot. If anyone remember, like this is back in when I lived with my roommate Shane. If you go and look up that, I have a video called "Why There Were No Videos Today." I'm sure you can just like Google YouTube search Zybak power outage or like Zybak no power, why there were no videos today, something like that. And you'll see this video of where this power pole snapped in half. That parking lot, there was a police chase where somebody went and like the police chase ended at that parking lot, and the dude got out and fucking killed himself right in that parking lot. And the guy that was recording it was in the apartment that I used to live in, which is crazy. So somebody linked me a live leak video of it, and I was like, holy shit, I used to live there. Right there where the guy is filming, I used to fucking like microwave shit. So it's interesting. Yeah, I can't show that video. I'm afraid it would get pulled. It's not that graphic. It's not, you can't like, maybe I'll link it, but it's not graphic. You don't see it. I mean, all you see is the guy like put his hand up and do the deed, but you don't see like blood shoot out the other or anything crazy like that. Anyway, moving on. Sums up the election. Yeah, sums up the election. This guy's like, what the fuck are you guys doing with the fire extinguisher? Oh shit, that's good. Oh, and here's another adorable GIF of a husky. I believe that's a husky or a Malamute. I get those two mixed up. Look at this fucking thing. Look how excited he is. That's fucking adorable. Dude, I've been a real wuss as of recently. I've been really into the cute animals. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. That'll do it for me this week. Hope you enjoyed Hive Mind number, what did we at? 62. Be sure to check out my Instagram, instagram.com/ZybakTV. I think that's how their URLs work. I'm ZybakTV on Instagram. Go follow me. I'm going to be posting some pictures and stuff at some point. Since I'm now more active in the real world, I actually maybe will have a somewhat active Instagram. We'll see. Also, be sure to check out the podcast on YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes, and Twitch. And I think that's all I think that's all I've got. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys again next week. Have a good one.